Uh, check. Okay. Hello and good evening, everybody. So, uh, first, let me introduce myself. My name is Harun, and Herun. Yeah, Harun. Okay, and in this video, I will talk about what I have done in my 15 days studying English at Basic English Course or BEC in Kampung, Inggris, Pare, Kediri. Okay, so today we learn about a few things with uh, two teachers in with my MS and also studying together with my classmate. So let's start it with the first sorry, the first class is okay, that's just right, Mr. Tajwid. Okay, in our class with Mr. Tajwid we learn about the next tenses, the next tense. So the tense is a simple future tense. So previously we have learned about uh, um, past perfect continuous tense on last Friday. And today we learn about simple future tenses. Okay, so simple future tense is a tense that talking about an activity or even that will happen in future. So the activity or the event is not happened yet, not started yet, not ongoing, but will happen in future. The example sentence we have learned in the class is like this. Mr. Tajid just writing. Mr. Tajid just wrote the positive sentence. For the negative and interrogative, we wrote it ourselves. So the positive is like this. For the positive sentence, I shall study English. I shall study English. You shall. I'm sorry. We will repeat again. I shall study English. We shall study English. You will study English. They will study English. He will study English. She will study English. So the formula is after subject we add shall or we, depends on the subject, and then after that we add verb and the complement. So for subject I and we have to use shall if we following the rule of British accent. But if we follow the American accent, we can use will for all of the subject. I, we, you, they, she, he. We can use will for all of these subject. But in British accent, we have to use shall for I and we. So that's it. And the next one for the negative sentence, I shall not study English. I shall not study English. Artinya, aku tidak akan belajar bahasa Inggris. I shall not study English. Or, uh, I shan't, I shan't study English. I shan't study English. And for the next subject, you will not study English. You will not study English. Or you won't study English. You won't study English or you will not study English. Okay, let's complete all the subject. I shall not study English. We shall not study English. They will not study English. You will not study English. He will not study English. She won't study English. Now for the interrogative. Shall I study English? Shall I study English? Shall we study English? Will you study English? Will they study English? Will he study English? Will she study English? So that is for the interrogative. Next, okay. For this one, I had talked about it. The next, time signal. So, time signal for simple future is tomorrow, tonight, later, and next, blah 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 blah. For example, next day, next week, maybe next hour, next month, next year, next Sunday, next week, and the other else. So the function of these tenses, first is for spontaneity. So we use this sentence to respond spontaneity. For example, someone dropped his pen, and when I saw it, my spontaneity said, I will take it for you. I will take it for you. So the sentence is made because spontaneity. The next one is planning. So if we are planning about something, planning, okay, if we are planning something to do in the future, we will use simple future tense. And the last one is prediction. Okay, for the planning, maybe we have to give an example. For example, I will study English tomorrow. That is a plan. Maybe will happen, maybe not. But Mr. Tajid said that 99 99% it will happen. 99% of planning will happen. Okay. And the last one of the function of the function of this simple future tense is prediction. If we predicting about something, we will use simple future tense. For example, Indonesia will won the match. In the condition, Indonesia Indonesia have been got 9 score, and his enemy still got 0 point. So we can predicting that Indonesia will won. This is example for prediction. We predicting about something that will happen in the future. Maybe will happen and maybe not. Okay, that is what we had learned in the class with Mr. Tajid. Next one, I will talk about what I have learned with Miss Bila in study club. Okay, what I had learned with Miss Bila in study club is about, where is it? Okay. Oh, okay, this is. Okay, we learn about nominal of simple present and present continuous. So we learn about nominal tense in this meet. Okay, so for remembering, the nominal sentence for simple present and present continuous has a same formula. and the formula is subject, and then after that to be is am, is, or are, and then after that there is adjective or kata sifat, and then or noun kata benda, or adverb kata keterangan. Yeah. And then the example for adjective is I am clever. I am clever. I as a subject. Am is to be for I, and then clever is an adjective. Next, for noun, the example is I am a student. I am a student. I'm sorry, we back on the I am clever. In I am clever, we can make a question word for clever by how am I? How am I? And the answer is I am clever. The next for noun, I am a student. I as a subject, same like before. Okay, so do with am. So we can make a question word with a student. The question is what am I? What am I? And the answer is I am a student. Next, for adverb, the example is I am here. Here is an adverb. We can make a question word by here with where am I? Where am I? The answer is I am here. Okay, I am here. Okay, there is a few notes that I have written in here. Siapa yang datang terlambat? This is adjective. Siapa yang datang terlambat? This is adjective sentence. I'm sorry. We should say this is nominal tense. This is nominal sentence. And the next example, siapa yang datang terlambat? This is verbal sentence. So let's talk again about these two sentences. First one, siapa yang datang terlambat? The English is who is late to come? Who is late to come? Late to come is not a verb. That is a adverb. That is an adverb. Okay. The next example, siapa yang datang terlambat? The question word is who comes late? Who comes late? So this sentence is verbal sentence. Okay. After that, Miss Billa give us a task. Give us an assignment to translate 5 sentences. The first one is laptopnya berasal dari Cina. And then my answer is his laptop is from China. Number 2, air adalah sumber kehidupan. My answer is water is life source. Number 3, apakah Pare sedang hujan deras? My answer is Pare raining hard? The number 4, pencahayaan di rumah kamu sangat menarik. My answer is lightning in your house is very interesting. Number 5, binatang-binatang itu tidak seperti monyet. My answer is those animals is not like monkey. Okay, this task will be kumpul, which will be so this task will be collected tomorrow with Miss Ila. And after that, I went home. I went to my I went home and waited for the next. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. So after study club, we continued to the next class with Mr. Harris. So with Mr. Harris, today we learn about where is it? About possessive. So we learn about possessive. There is two possessive that we had learned: possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. Let's talk the first one, possessive adjective. Possessive adjective it is possessive that is explaining about kepemilikan. How to say kepemilikan? About ownership. Okay, about ownership of object. Okay. Uh, First one, possessive adjective is the possessive adjective consists of the possessive adjective is consist by first my artinya adalah ku, your artinya adalah mu, our artinya adalah kita, their artinya adalah mereka, her artinya adalah nya perempuan, his artinya adalah nya laki-laki, dan its artinya adalah nya untuk non person atau bukan orang. So we can use its for animal or things. So after the possessive adjective, we can adding a noun. So for example, my book. My book. My is possessive adjective and book is a noun. Okay, we move to the next one is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun is also explaining about ownership of things. The first one is mine. Mine meaning milikku. Yours meaning milikmu. Ours meaning milik kita. Theirs meaning milik mereka. Hers meaning milik mereka. Miliknya perempuan. I'm sorry. His meaning miliknya laki-laki. And the last one is its miliknya for non-person. For example, I bring your book. I bring your book. For this sentence, Mr. Harris also make question word from the sentence. There is four words that can be made as that can be which can be made there is four words that can be made to a question word that can be made into question word. The first one, I bring your book. Make question by I. The question is, who brings your book? The next one, make question by bring. What do I do? What do I do? The next one is make question by book. What do I bring? What do I bring? And the last one is your. The question is, whose book do I bring? Whose book do I bring? And then after that, we do some training with this possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. The example sentence is ini bajuku, and we translate it, this is my shirt. And we also make the question, we also make the interrogative. Baju siapa ini? Whose shirt is this? Whose shirt is this? And then the second example is baju ini milikku. The English is this shirt is mine. And the interrogative is milik siapa baju ini? Whose is this shirt? Whose is this shirt? So let's see the difference about the first and the second one. The first one, baju siapa ini? Baju siapa ini? And for the second one, milik siapa baju ini? Okay? And the translate for baju siapa ini is whose shirt is this? And meanwhile, milik siapa baju ini? The translate is whose is this shirt? Whose is this shirt? Okay. And then after that, we also doing some exercise. I don't know the meaning of exercise. Okay, exercise is latihan. Okay. Let's move. Okay, we do some exercise to translate 5 sentences. The first sentences is kakakku menyelesaikan tugas-tugasnya tadi malam. My answer is my older brother had finished his tasks last night. For this for the number 1, I got an incorrect answer. The correct answer is my big brother finished his task last night. So I mistaken the tenses of the sentence. I was using present perfect, but the correct one is using simple past. So for this one, I got an incorrect answer. The number 1, saya menemui teman ayah saya minggu depan. My answer is I will meet my father's friend next week. For this answer, I got the correct answer. So I got the correct answer. So I used the future. I use simple future for this sentence. And then after that, the number 3, dia perempuan menyukai teman saya sejak 1 tahun yang lalu. My answer is she has been like my friend since a year ago. With this answer, I got another incorrect. Okay, incorrect again. So the correct answer is she has liked my friend since 1 year ago. So my mistake is on the word of like, and also been. So in my answer, I was using the perfect. I was using present perfect continuous. But the correct answer is using present uh, present okay. Okay, so the for this one we use present perfect. Yeah, the correct answer is she has liked my friend since 1 year ago. Okay, we move to the next one and number 4. Siapa yang menyukai teman saya dulu? My answer is who has who has who was like my friends, and I got another incorrect answer. The correct one is who like my friend, who like my friend. So in this on my answer I was using simple no I was using past continuous, so that is incorrect. The correct one is using simple past. Okay, my bad, I'm sorry. So the correct answer is who like my friend, who like my friend. And after that, number 5, apakah saya menyukai kakak sepupumu? My answer is do I like your older cousin? And I get another incorrect answer because I use again like as a verb again, and I don't change it into past participle or past simple. I just use the verb one or present I'm sorry, verb one or infinitive present. So the correct answer is do I like your big cousin? So those are what I had learned uh, this day, what I had learned today in my class at Basic English course in Kampung Inggris Pare on 11 on September 11, 2023. Okay, before I ended the video, I will check again if there is something I have to fault that I have to tell. Maybe not have, but I can tell. Yeah, what I can tell before I ended the video. Past. Okay, let's see about. I wanna see the time signal for present perfect tense. Okay, there is no. I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. Okay. Okay, let's move to. I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot. So today, after the class with Mr. Harris, also I have not an but I have two extra classes uh, in BEC. So I took extra class for grammar and for speaking. So at 1 p.m. at 1 p.m. I was studied at 1 p.m. I studied with Mr. Harris about grammar. Specifically, okay, specifically about I had learned I have learned with Mr. Harris about grammar, specifically the article. So there is true the article that we have learned today that we learned today. The first one is a or an. This is indefinite. This is indefinite. So we use a or an if the noun is not definite. We don't know which one. We don't know which one is mentioned. Is mentioned. For example, a class. We don't know which class that we are talking about. Okay, so these articles is used for noun, for singular noun. Okay, is used for singular noun. Okay, first there is two, there is a and there is an. A is used when followed by the consonant vocal. Meanwhile, an is used when followed by vocal sound. For example, an hour, an hour. For a, the example is a student, a teacher. So the article is followed by consonant will be using a, and the an will be used if followed by vocal sound. Okay, let's move. Noun penggunaan. Okay, using. Okay, the use. First, for a or an, the noun have to be countable. Countable. So the noun can't be uncountable. We can use it with a or an if the noun is uncountable. Number two, noun have to be singular. The noun must be singular. The noun must be singular. Okay. Number three, if we are if we are represent a class, if we are represent a certain class of a plural noun. For example, all cars must be insured. We can also say a car must be insured. Second example, children need love. We can also say a child needs love. Okay, a child needs love. Okay, number four. We use it if it is followed by okay. The number four, if followed by a certain uh, if followed by number of certain units. For example, 1,000, 1,000, a million, a million, a billion, a billion. Okay, the next number five, if followed by half or quarter. For example, a half, a half of the student, a half of the students, a half of the students. Okay, a half of the students. Next example, 2 hours and a quarter. 2 hours and a quarter. Number six, if we are explaining about per, for example, 100 kilometer per jam, we can say it in English with 100 kilometer per hour, and we can also say 100 kilometer an hour. Okay, when do we have to okay when do and earn have to avoid it? First, if it is followed by an uncountable noun, for example, sugar, flour. So we can't counting sugar and flour. The second rule, if it is followed by plural noun, for example, students, we can't say students, so just students. The second example, a mice, we can say a mice, but the correct one is mice. Mice. Okay, and then after that, we also learn about the. The is definitive articles. So, if the noun had if the noun is clear, which one the noun, we can use the instead a or an. For example, a boy, a boy. That means there is a boy, but we don't know which boy that is mentioned on the sentence. We don't know which boy. But if we say the boy, that means there is one boy that have clear which one the boy that we are talking about. For the function, number one, it can be used in countable and uncountable noun. So different with. So different from the indefinite, uh, which is only can use on countable noun. The definite can be used in countable and uncountable noun. For example, the sugar, the cars, the student. Number two, if can it can be used in both plural and singular noun. For example, the teachers, the teacher, the butterfly, the butterflies. Number three, if the object is something that unique or there is no and it is the only one. Okay, if the object is unique or there is or is the only one. For example, the sun, the moon, the equator. The equator meaning Katulistiwa. Okay. Number four. If we are explaining, if we are stating uh, an object that have that had mentioned, for example, I have a cat. The cat is black. Okay. The next use, number five, before superlative. For example, the smartest, the uh, cleverest. I don't know is it correct or incorrect, but the smartest, the richest, the poorest, and the what the next the smartest. Okay, it has to be the fastest and another superlative. Rule number six, if it is used for a group of is it used on a group of people that have a same situation of adjective. I'm sorry. I will repeat. It can be used on group of people that have a same situation of characteristic. For example, the poor. We don't have to say the poor people, but we can say the poor, which is mean orang-orang yang miskin. Rule number seven. The family from certain name. For example, the Harun. That's mean Harun's family. Okay, and after that, when do we have to avoid using the? Number one, before abstract noun. For example, das, that, das, that. That is an abstract noun. So the example, I feel fear on that. We don't have to say I feel fear of the dead. No, we can't say that. We have to say I feel fear of that. Number two, before foods. Before foods. For example, I have breakfast, not I have the breakfast. The second example, I eat porridge. I eat porridge. Porridge.
Motif.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Porridge.
Porridge. Okay, porridge. I eat porridge. We don't say I eat the porridge. No, okay. The third one, before name of a game. For example, I play football. We don't say I play the football, but we just say I play football. Rule number 4 and the last one, before part of body. For example, raise hand. We don't say raise the hand. So, in the end of the class, uh, Mr. Harris asked us to make a descriptive sentence, no, descriptive paragraph about certain thing freely. This is for me. I wrote about my shoes. So I will read what I have written. I have 4 shoes in my house. One of it is a sport shoe. The shoe is gray. I always use it on daily activity. I am wearing it right now. I have not washed it for a month. So that is what we had done in Mr. Harris extra class about grammar. And after that, I'm sorry, on 3:30 p.m. I joined the speaking extra class with Mr. Tajwid. In that class, what we have done is we train how to spell the alphabet. So A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Those are the alphabet. Next time we can sing together. Maybe like I don't know if I was wrong. I don't know if I was. I don't know if I was wrong. I don't know, but I hope don't. I not. Okay, and then after that we do something like uh, we told sorry, Mr. Tajwid told us to introduce ourselves and looking for 6 new friends in the class. So in the class we had kind class, impressive class, joyful class, and L class is, I'm sorry, I forgot. I don't know. Sorry, my bad. So we have to find 6 new friends so we can make new friend with uh, the people that we had know. So we have to find 2 boys, 2 new friend boys, and 4 friend from the girls. In asking their name, we have to use what Mr. Tajid in the have written at the whiteboard. The sentences is like this. Hi, hello, what is your full name? My full name is Harun, and my nickname is Harun. Pardon? Can you spell your nickname? Absolutely. Harun. Harun. And you? And so the new friend have to introduce himself, and the new friend have to introduce their self also. So the new friends should also introduce themselves. Okay, to me. And after that, we have to memorize their name, and Mr. Tajid will ask as later. For me, I got a new friend named um, Lila, Dia, um, Farah, if I wasn't mistake, if I'm not mistake, if I'm not wrong. Okay. I will read again. Lila, Dia, Farah, Nur, Nafi, Nathan. I think so. Nathan, and the last one is Zain. Oh, okay, Zain. And then in the end of the class, after Mr. Tajid asked a few people spell spell their new friends, before we leave the class, do Mr. Tajid doing some Mr. Tajid were doing a quiz. So if we can spell if we can spelling the word that he had said that he have said, we can leave the class and go home. uh, I got the second word. And come home and go and went home give an after I give a correct answer. The my word is chin, and after I raise my hand, Mr. Tajid pointed at me, and I answer CHIN, chin, and then she said, "You can go home." So after that, I took my bag and I shake hand, not shake hand, and I do salim, and to say so. And then I greet him. Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, after I answer, I took my bag um and then say goodbye to Mr. Tajwid and all of my friend. And uh, to say goodbye at my friend, I say see you guys. See you guys. And then I leave basic English course building and went home. So that's it what I have done this day. Actually, I have done something with my classmate just now, maybe 1 hour ago. We had uh, we were studying about English at BEC an hour ago, but I will not talk about it because I uh, I have tired already. So maybe this is the end of this video, and thank you. Maybe there is nobody watching this, but I will say thank you for yourself. Thank you for your effort, for your uh, work hard to studying English. So I thank to me. So I thank to myself. I thank to myself. Okay, that's it. Thank you. And See ya. Goodbye.